Interesting times we're seeing Onyeka market is up about 0.9% today at the close of trading, though. I'd like to get your take on how the market has played out so far this week.
Thank you very much for having me, Ken. The market has been quite mixed this week. It's just been going up and down. I recall that at the start of the week, we had a negative close. We had a few days of positive trading. The market was largely flat yesterday, and then today we saw the market come back up. I think that the main overarchingly, it's been positive as week to date close is still largely positive. I think the overarching trends that have been driving the market have been reactions to earnings results, and also the lower yields in the fixed income market, which have shifted the sentiment of institutional investors towards the equity market. We're definitely seeing influx of activity in the equity market. Yesterday we saw trading activity hit over 6 billion naira, which was a strong recovery from the around 3.8, 3.5 billion values that we've been seeing previously.
All right, then. Interesting times because we're seeing market bellwether report earnings today. Dangote Cement earnings coming out today. I'd like to get what you make of the numbers and how the market is interpreting it.
Yeah. So very, very interesting results, man. Dangote Cement released very impressive results this third quarter. We saw revenue. We saw Q3 revenue coming at over 284 billion naira, and the company reported a PAT of over 82 billion naira. This was driven by strong performances from both the Nigerian and the Pan-African business. And one very key shout for the company is that for the first time, at least since I've started covering the company, the Pan-African business reported a profit after tax of over 3 billion naira. This is super impressive for Dangote Cement. We've tracked the journey of their Pan-African business, since they started their Pan-African play. A few years ago, they became EBITDA positive on the segment, and this quarter they've been able to push towards the profitability. It'll be interesting to see how they sustain it, and it's very interesting that this is coming in a year where we've seen significant challenges. It's helped them cement their market leadership position. The bag of goodies promo, which they've been pushing in Nigeria, has clearly been effective, and it's been helping them climb even further on the market leadership rank.
All right, but when you look at the market, though, if anybody has asked you in June if you see the market up about almost 14% so far, interesting times we're seeing what happened in the last 3 months.
Definitely, it's been very interesting to see how the market has moved, and like I said, it's a combination of two things. One, we're seeing investors basically reduce their fixed income holdings. Yields in the fixed income market have been quite weak for a while. At last PMA, we saw all the three stop rates at the three offered securities close below 1%. We've seen all the memes in the finance Instagram pages and all that. Investors are looking for stronger returns, and the equity market is giving them that. Then the second thing is that from the end of April and the start of May, we had already started seeing the market sort of start climbing up. As at that time, year-to-date returns was around 23% in the negative, and we started seeing the market gradually climb up consistently as we came out of the lockdown period, and as we started seeing the gradual reopening of the global economy, helping oil prices climb up significantly. We start seeing sentiment, positive sentiment return into the equity market. But over the last 2 to 3 months, we've seen the sentiment improve significantly, and I think it's been largely due to, the alternate investments, yields being quite weak.